Yeah, I'm super proud of our kids and the way that they fought. Obviously, we were facing incredible adversity tonight with multiple players out of the lineup. I'm not sure there's a worse game for us to not have our fifth-year point guard than FIU, who presses the entire game, and you could see, obviously, it really bothered us. But I thought our kids, they did everything they could to stay in the game, to stay positive, to be able to kind of flush turnovers and get to the next play. And, ultimately we had an opportunity to win this game. We kind of lost control of it down the stretch there, but we're relying on a lot of players who haven't been in that position before. We were very young tonight. And I think, like I said, the number one thing we need to focus on is that our kids fought really hard under incredible adversity, and we were really close.
Coach, you talked about really young. How good is it to get this experience with them now, early in the conference season?
Yeah, I think that's a great point. I mean, you hope that this pays off down the road. If we're in a situation again where we don't have J-Mac, we know we're not going to have K, and we're relying on really young ball handlers to be able to break some pressure. And so it hurts to lose, especially at home, because we take a lot of pride in our home court. But, we certainly hope that, we'll learn from this. We'll obviously watch the film. We'll watch the turnovers. We're going to see another team on Saturday that pressures us as well. But certainly hope that we can grow from this.
The team seems really fixed some of the issues with them pressing at the start of the second half. What did you tell the team?
Well, we kind of changed up our press break a little bit, and we were very specific about how we thought we could beat it, and I thought they executed that very well, especially in the third quarter. I think in the fourth quarter, as the game got tight, we weren't as aggressive. Like, we had opportunities where I thought we broke the press and we passed it ahead, and we could have gone in, tried to get something easy in transition. And I think just, the tightness of the game and kids obviously not making those plays a lot kind of made us hesitant, where I think that hurt us with our ability to get some easy ones in the fourth quarter and down the stretch. Yeah, I've said this all year. I think Deja is one of the best guards in this league. She's had some tough games because the way people are playing her, even tonight, they were face denying her. They were, putting hands on her and holding her everywhere she went. They wanted to make it really difficult for her, and they do that. And she scores 27. I think that speaks volumes to who she is and what she can continue to be for this program. I'm proud of her.
So the game Saturday, they press a lot too. How big is it getting that experience tonight with that?
No, I mean that's what we have to hope that. We'll watch the mistakes that we made tomorrow, and we have to grow from it. We're not going to, just show up on Saturday and be 100% better, but we just have to grow. I mean, the big thing about it is how can we just, even if we eliminate 10 of those turnovers, we win this game. And so that's got to be our focus. How can we just, in one-day turnaround, be a little bit better?
Coach, I was going to ask you about the turnovers. You just mentioned, taking away 10. How many of those are on us with our ball handling, and how many, do you credit to FIU with their press and all being all over the court?
That's a combination. I mean, that's how they play. And, our number one key to the game was to make them a half-court team, and we didn't do that. And the times we did do that is when we went on our runs and we took our leads. So, again, you're putting the ball in the hands of, Alicia, who's a sophomore. Cam is an older player, but she's not a point guard. Like, we don't have another backup point guard. Kay was our backup point guard. So you're asking kids to do some things that they haven't done, and then you're doing that against a team where they're executing what they do every single day in every single game. And so, that situation, it just makes it really, really difficult with us. But again, with all that being said, we were very close to having an opportunity to win this game, which again says a lot about our kids.
I was going to mention second quarter shooting 71%, third quarter shooting 70%, kind of touching right along those lines of making shots when we needed them to keep us in the game.
Yeah, and I'd have to go back and look, but I felt like we took care of the ball better in both of those quarters as well. And so, that's obviously makes a huge difference in terms of your offense. We certainly took care of the ball better tremendously in the third quarter, I thought, compared to the first half. So, I think we're growing as a team in terms of the confidence of where some scoring is going to come from. I mean, great for Deja today, but we can't just expect Deja to go out and score 27 every night. We have to continue to get contributions from everybody else. And I think our kids are gaining confidence and learning where that's coming from.
Last thing I was going to ask you about, talk about Maya's night. Another double-double, career high 4 blocks.
Yeah.
She's been playing really well over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, she was basically double teamed the entire game. They sat on the front of her and they sat somebody behind her. And, I thought in the first half we didn't do a good enough job getting her the ball. And again, a lot of that was their pressure. But I thought in the second half we did a much better job trying to get her some touches. I mean, she had some incredible catches against 2 people where she finished or drew the foul. And again, it's just a credit to her and the work that she's done and the growth that she's had. She's going to continue to get better. But she's also going to continue to draw double teams, whatever that looks like. And we have to be able to be better about how to execute against those doubles.
You got one? Oh, good.
Coach, would you say right now it's a next man up mentality, and if so, how do you see the girls kind of navigating that?
Well, it's kind of been that way since we lost Michaela. Like we have to continue to grow in terms of our roster and our role players. They have to do more, and so that's what we've been preaching. Bring 1% more. Today we said bring 2% more because we're down 3 pretty important people, 2 ball handlers and Tracy being out in this game. And so they know that, they understand it. We've been preaching it, and I thought there were some really good times today where we saw that. Where Cam hasn't played a whole lot this year, and you look at the point contribution from her was significant, and there's no doubt about that. So, we just have to keep pushing along and keep pushing these kids to get better. Okay, thank you.